The game of the century. That label does not get applied lightly, reserved for matchups like this. Number 1 versus number 2. And no matter where you live, what region of the country you hail from, which conference you root for, these games are the most compelling of them all. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll toss it to the left. Thrust that arm out.
And every offense has plays that they really hang their hat on. And back in 1970, it was the toss. The toss play used to be the thing. You don't see as much of this nowadays. It's early in the game. Maybe it's something you wanted to show. Or, listen, maybe defensively this is something you need to start focusing on.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Fires to the middle. He's open on the right. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
The Nittany Lions now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll run play action. Fires on the move. Makes a connection. Wide open spaces. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I love offensive coordinators. They're not afraid to be aggressive early in games. And how about that? Up a shot right away in the first series, trying to seize the momentum.
The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Pena. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. Scanning the field, it's Aller. Under fire. Their pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's going to run it. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some wheels to him. He'll get outside the pocket. You can't let him outside the cage. Those ends have to do a good job of keeping contained. When you lose it, this is what happens. He can get outside, can scramble, and can get first downs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Offense changing the play. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Oh, they're after him. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily and, more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going for it all. He's got it. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn!
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. On the run, fires downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Dropping back, it's Allard. Shoots it to the left. Makes the grab. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. To the air on 1st down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try the left side. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking for a man. It's Allard. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Singleton. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a crease to the left. Hard running there. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get first downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Power football with the run. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Sends it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
To throw, it's Manning. Going up top. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Gonna run it. It's Singleton. Oh, he's got some space. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line. Right back to the well. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Snap in the shotgun. Rushes on him. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Looking downfield, it's Allen. Fires to the right. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. The 20. Touchdown, Texas! The defense gets it down with that huge interception return.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Pulls it in. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Off play action on first down. Going deep. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Manning. Unloads to the right. It's complete. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Yeah, and making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll try the left side. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Makes the grab on the left. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal from the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. Right down the boulevard, it's good. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Back to pass, it's Allen. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That's his 2nd sack of the ball game. That dude is getting after the quarterback offensively. What's my adjustment? First of all, I'm going to roll out away from him. I'm going to double team him. Let somebody else beat me, not that guy, because his speed off the edge is killing me.
To the air on 2nd down. It's caught. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to get the edge on the right. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. There he goes. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter.
Texas, 17, Penn State, 13.
second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the give off the left side. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Good job by this defense, man. They've given up some yards and some plays on this drive, but they didn't lose focus. They stayed dedicated to what they're doing, and a great job on third down, forcing the fourth down here, and hopefully the field goal attempt.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that fourth down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
They'll run it on first and goal. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take. They are in business after the fumble recovery. How about the defense with almost a desperation-type play to stop this drive and preserve the lead?
I love how they've got guys flying around here in the second half and getting hats on the football. They practice creating these takeaways all week long in practice. They're trying to be opportunistic, and you're seeing that here from this defense in the second half.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They want that clock to run. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They want to run it left here. Turning on the Jets. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Leaves it with the running back. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, David.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. That's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
He wants to change this route. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover?
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes to...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beaten right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throw, it's Aller. Unloads it left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He lets one fly deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Down late in a 4-point game, they'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Delivers the stiff arm.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Timeout called by the... The game of the century. That label does not get applied lightly, reserved for matchups like this. Number 1 versus number 2. And no matter where you live, what region of the country you hail from, which conference you root for, these games are the most compelling of them all. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollock with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off the play fake on first down. He's going to go for a big one. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big gain.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll try to get the edge on the left. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Back to throw, it's Allard. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on fourth down in their own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. the left side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Rifles it down the middle. And it's caught inside the 20. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Keeps looking downfield. They get to him as he throws. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And after that incompletion, they are left with a 3rd down. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Longhorns!
And listen, my job is to get it to my playmakers like this guy on the outside. They'll do the rest. They'll get in the end zone. Nice catch. I'm going to finish it with a touchdown.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Going right to work up top. Looking down the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window. It'll just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
They didn't have to blitz. They run the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
That earlier sack really set them back, but they'll still go for it here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Allen. He'll try to do it himself. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And the Nittany Lions lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Fouls through the defense. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. The run to the left. Makes him talk to the hand. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's the handoff. Oh, better look out! The Longhorns will keep this drive going.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards and get the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. The give to the tailback. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
On those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Longhorns have this offense rolling. Wide receiver going in motion. On the run, it's Baxter. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
Throwing right. Complete downfield.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. If you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense.
Grabs it inside the 15. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Texans!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds a man on the left. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
You can tell this quarterback and these wide receivers are on the same page. Quick read, quick throw, quick success.
Dropping back, it's Aller. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Fine play action. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. The offense will quickly use a timeout. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. He hurls one deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. The Nittany Lions will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 20. Yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this third quarter with a run. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Making side adjustments here. Off play action. He rifles one deep down the right side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Longhorn! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Well, they worked the play action, and he had his guy outside one-on-one on the go route, and there was no question who was going to be getting the football on this one. Phenomenal job stacking the defender on the route. He gets in behind him, able to make the catch way down the field, and then run it in for the touchdown.
No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mock. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I don't like that start for this offense. I like coming out, being aggressive, throwing the football, but we got to keep our QB clean. Like, this is a huge part of the game, man. Keep that guy, his nerves down, keep his jersey clean. This offense has got to protect their guy.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Levin. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
And the Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Defense in press coverage. On the ground, it's Udo. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
QBs like this are so hard to defend. They know what you're doing, and they're getting the ball out fast. They knew they had the corner route. Take advantage. Hit it right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Sun Devils can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looking for the score. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Coaches talk about it all the time. We're going to be aggressive. Well, they're aggressive on that first drive. They go for it on 4th down. No dice. Now you put your defense on the field. I like the aggressiveness, but now you got to deal with some of the consequences.
They'll leave it with him. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Trying the left side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for room. It's Durham. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
They'll go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Looking to the end zone. It falls incomplete and will change ends of the field to get things started back up. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking to throw. Turns it loose. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Sun Devils.
And they finally lift the lid. Man, I didn't know if we were going to be 0-0 going into the half, going into the fourth quarter. The offense finally puts a drive together, breaks that seal. Excited to see now if this opens things up, calms people down, and lets them have a little more success.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Showing the arm straight down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Finds a seam. Touchdown, LSU. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
What a massive play for the offense. And sometimes when you're calling it deep in your own end, you're expecting man coverage or at least a one-on-one to the outside of the field, and that's what they had. The quarterback put air under it. The receiver shows off the speed. They make the catch, and it's not just a big first down. It's a touchdown. That is a momentum-changing play.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Offense in a bunch formation. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pulls it in. It's Tyson. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
Brown has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle is made at the 42-yard line. 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and those corner routes are tough to throw for an offense. You try to force it, in between coverage a lot of times, and you could tell it was great defense. Nice job getting the hand in the air, getting it on the football, and making sure that receiver can't make a play on it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with the clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack. Set him back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Throws to the back. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Sun Devils will put total leather and will get started. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments. They put a stop to that return at the 22. Going with the ground game left. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
He rifles one deep to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. Running free. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
You're the better team. You're playing at home. That's the way you start a football game. Putting a drive together, getting 6 on the board, taking the lead. Nice start by this offense.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going for it all. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right. Through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Wants to throw. It's Levin. This time he's got it. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Bunch formation for these receivers. Here they're trying to get to the edge. Fights off a defender. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
All right, offensively, you're not having a lot of success right now running this thing to the perimeter. The defense was there. They were ready for that. You made one guy miss. They still got you for a TFL. You might have to think about getting back to running between the tackles now.
Looking to take a shot. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. Horns up. looking to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The give to the back, fighting off the defender. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play-action fake. Using his legs to buy some time. It's complete! And he will score! Touchdown, Longhorns! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Running to the left. Showing off the arm. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Sun Devils racing to the line in the hurry up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Fires to the wideout. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Throws to the wideout. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. And all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. Tosses it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll run play action. Here's a heat, and to get rid of it quickly.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
They got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Pressure coming. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Time to take a shot. He makes a grab. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. How about that one? 4th and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the 2nd quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. Like, they got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
They got him for a safety, and there's a fine line between being aggressive and reckless, and he just ran right across.
Tubby.